So, Claimer Uncut. If you guys don't know who he is, man, he is probably the top as far as creativity, as far as like editing skill, bro. I look at this, the voice, the edits, and all that goes behind it, and this dude is just next fucking level. I want to give my respects and pay the dues. You know what I mean? Respectfully, and give you your flowers, Claimer. You know, you do your thing out here, bro, and then the effort that you put in definitely doesn't go without notice. As you see here, this video has 563 likes. Well, now it has 564. Okay, he is making his own undisputed boxing game. The game is called Truth Unbound. Now, I did hear his voice from a little minute ago on some game, and it sounds, or if I don't remember, if I can't remember, it was Truth Unbound. I don't know, but I remember hearing his voice on a video game a little minute ago. But we're gonna watch this here, man, and we're gonna see what it's talking about. All right, make sure we get all our sounds, everything good. Okay, here we go. Oh, nope, there's no sound.
I spent 298 days developing a box.
Whoa. Let me move my hair. Make sure I heard that right. 298 days. Okay.
Game to find out if one man can compete with a AAA monolith who many believe are suppressing the quality of combat games today. Can I lead a new movement, creating a game for the people, by the people? This is TRUTHBOUND. We are back. Today, we discuss the key features of my new boxing game, TRUTHBOUND. Just 10 months in, one man. We'll discuss fainting.
Okay, so he is a single developer of this game. There was a couple things we've seen here. Now, we're going to watch this through because I don't want to keep pausing, and I'll make more videos, you know, breaking down some of the things that I've seen. But for the most part, we're gonna run through this, okay?
Carrying.
By the way, y'all subscribe to Claimer Uncut. I'm gonna put the link to his YouTube channel in the description below. If he comments on this video, I'll be sure to pin it, okay?
Manual blocking, 10 variations of the jab. Not to mention that this is all part of a boxing survival RPG. Most of you know who I am, which means you know exactly why I'm making this game. So support the cause, link in the description. But first, let us address the elephant in the room. The undisputed community is on its last legs. What a big surprise. When you continue to buy and promote mediocre games, companies will not fix something which they consider not broken. Many of you, sadly, are still holding on to false hopes. So first, we must understand why we keep getting misled. Truth number one, you are a pawn of a corporate system called the hook model. Real gamers play the likes of Tekken and Street Fighter for the challenge of learning complex fighting systems, whereas the everyman buys Undisputed to live vicariously through their favorite fighter. That is the community's biggest downfall. These games are nothing but digital stores, created for the sole purpose of selling you fighter DLC, and the cycle never ends. Unless, of course, we understand the traps we keep falling for. Trap number one, motion capture is a lie. This is an 18-year-old trailer, THQ's first UFC game. Motion capture was perfect 18 years ago, but a final game could not look like this because unedited motion capture would result in a slow-paced, unresponsive game. Case in point, Undisputed's footwork looks fantastic, but it takes 2 seconds to change direction, and you often feel like you're not in control of the fighter.
I did notice that for sure, with the weight shift and the movement, like you couldn't go left to right fairly quickly.
UFC 5's movement looks janky, but it's a far more responsive game. Our community tend to celebrate illusions over authenticity, and this is a prime example. Ragdoll physics cannot be used in an online competitive game. Indie games using this feature are lying to you. AAA games do not use this for good reason. Physics are unpredictable, so even if both computers remain in sync, the results will always be different. TRUTHBOUND uses traditional proven methods, used in some of the greatest combat games ever made. Why don't Companies use these methods now because it takes time, and time is money. Movement is fully deterministic, kinematic, and responsive. It takes less than a second to change direction, whilst still maintaining fluid movement. That includes circling out at a faster pace to reposition yourself, as well as dash, slide, and slip, fully driven by kinematics. With this foundation alone, you have full control over your distance management, which is the most important aspect of any combat game, but it goes further than that. Let's talk about hand fighting. With responsive movement, that means that punches are relatively easy to evade. You can set your punches up with feints. Feints allow you to reposition yourself, take your head off the center line, but most importantly, disrupt the rhythm of your opponent.
Dude, those punch animations look so good. They look so good. They look so good.
In Truthbound, when you feint and post, you are subtly moving your feet to either keep yourself at range or find.
Oh my god, how it's the there, and then he steps in with, oh my goodness.
Angles. These features carry weight for 3 reasons. Manual blocking means there is not an invisible force field which blocks every punch at every angle until the block health bar runs out. If someone's using the default block, I can still land the stiff jab up the middle. If your opponent is beating you with the jab, you can utilize the tight guard, but that leaves you open to hooks. However, truth be told, you'll rarely be using the block because it's so easy to step in and out of range. Let's talk about non-tracking punches. In layman's terms,
Bro, I'm sorry, I gotta pause this. I want to see more, because obviously, you know, when this something like this comes out, they're gonna show you the great things about it and not like the whole game. But I want to see more. But I know Claimer's work and what he's trying to do in his vision. So it's
punches
huge.
do not track you like homing missiles. Your opponent will rotate to face you, but it isn't instant. And that is why subtle footwork and shot placement count. You see, when you land a jab, you're not just hitting the head, you're hitting the frontal lobe, the chin, your opponent's nose. Think of them as critical damage zones, which just like in real boxing, act as deterrents if your opponent decides to fight reckless. If you walk onto a well-timed punch, it could lead to a bloody nose, restricting your airflow, which would result in faster stamina loss and slower stamina recovery rate. Similar deterrents would apply to getting hit in the liver, the solar plexus. You get the drift. Now, this doesn't force you to fight patiently, but it does encourage you to fight strategically, which leads me on to a feature that most AAA games avoid: position-based actions.
Uh-oh.
Let's start with an advanced combination. Your opponent is getting the better of you with the step-in jab. You're able to duck under, but you're not close enough to throw meaningful shots. Alternatively, I attempt to shuffle left, but I'm still getting caught with the jab. And that is where position-based actions come into play. In this case, we duck under the jab, but with our head lowered, we transition to the shuffle. Note that this time, when we shuffle, our positioning is lower. Not only do we avoid the jab, but the momentum generated by the shuffle increases the damage of the rear body.
Thank you. That's something I said about Undisputed. Everything, and I'm gonna show you. I know I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I gotta do this. I have to. It's going to fuck with me if I don't do this. Okay. What he's explaining, right, is a shuffle, right? So if I'm here, let's just say I step off here and I come here. This is loaded now, right? This is loaded. When you think of loading shots, right? If I slip here, right? If I slip here, this is loaded. I'm turned here and I'm unwinding here, meaning that yes, this is my lead hand, but it's basically my rear hand now because I've loaded it. Look at my shoulders. This is now the lead. This is the rear, right? So if I'm right, and then boom, it should do more damage. I said that in Undisputed. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. That's on me. Back to the video.
hook. You also have basic defensive scenarios. If you're leaning to the right, you should be able to throw a jab while still maintaining that angle. Now, none of this means that you can't be beaten by a novice. Just like in real boxing, the overhand set up by the jab always has the potential to shut your lights out. Not only that, you have the option to overcommit throwing swinging hooks, which can drain your stamina, leave you open to counters, but if they land, they can pay off. That is just the beginning. Let us now cover the system I've enjoyed working on the most, heavily inspired by The Warriors, Bully, and Def Jam Fight for New York. I have the blueprints in place to create a story-driven underground ecosystem. The concept as it stands: you're an office worker who finds himself in a compromising position, which the choice is a life behind bars or a new beginning, of which it is in your hands to make the most of it. You'll start from the very bottom, fighting for food and shelter. However, once you prove yourself to be of value, you'll gain opportunities to join and represent different factions. From here, you'll be able to take on side jobs to earn money, which will enable you to buy better quality food, access to better training equipment, as well as sleeping facilities. Your choices will affect your attributes before you go into a fight. If you end up with a broken orbital bone, that will carry with you into the next fight. Now, this functionality exists, but in the shape of blueprints. Eventually, every character in this small world will have their own backstory. This is where you, tired of the state of combat games, can get involved. If you see the potential in this game, I kindly ask that you support the cause. Join my Ko-fi, link in the description, so I can continue to work on the game without any distractions. And for those who support throughout the journey, we'll have a spot open for them to be an NPC in the game. What do you have to lose? TRUTHBOUND has the potential to be an online community where you and your friends can create your own factions, build and craft better facilities. Maybe you don't want to be a boxer. You can take on a different role, a trainer, a chef, a manager. I have the capabilities to create all of this, but I don't have time. A big thank you to the content creators who reacted to my first trailer. Just remember that I'm making this game for the community that you're a part of. Don't be petty. Don't forget to join the community Discord, link in the description. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the state of combat games. Maybe you're content with the likes of Undisputed and UFC. If so, let me know. Just one man in 10 months. Have a great weekend. Take care. Peace.
This right here just showed me the saying that goes by, if they wanted to, they would, is this: a man with a vision and a drive and effort is doing this. Claimer, from me to you, brother. Financially, I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I can't help you out because I'm barely helping myself right now, respectfully. But I will try my best to get this word out with this game here. Bro, this right here is amazing. Amazing. What I'm seeing right now, bro. It's the small, intricate things that make it so great. It's the small stuff that you guys won't, that people, the casual gamer, won't really pay attention to. But the people that are a little bit above casual are gonna be like, damn, it's the step in jabs, it's doing extra power when you slipping, right? It's the small stuff. It's the obviously you when someone throws a jab, it's not gonna automatically track you, right? It's the subtle movements, it's the ducking, and it's truly, it's the definition of the sweet science, bro. The game is trying to do. Switching the block, you seen the cross block, you seen the regular guard, you seen he said that you can, it's not always about holding the high block. That's a big thing in Undisputed right now. People are just walking around doing this. Wow. Claimer, major respects, bro. Major fucking respect. I have nothing else to say. Let me know what you guys think. If you want a deeper dive in this, as far as some of the clips that he's shown, because he did show, the same clip a couple times. Obviously, it's like a B-roll thing, so I do understand. But let me know, because damn, that was fucking amazing.